Good morning, everyone. It's Friday. Alright, guys, I got some awesome stuff to show you guys. Some inside sneak peeks for those who missed some cool raids that have been summoned on Wednesday. So, we just had a war. I haven't looted my war yet, so I did 100 million tokens. So, I'll be doing that in a second. You guys can see what the ultimate loot is for maxing a war is. It was a busy week for me. So, but I still got it. Plus, I got another sneak peek for you guys. Is let's see, right here. Well, I need to loot some raids. The Chosen. This is the raid that we're getting from the phase 2 of the war. So and then only way you guys can be able to get this raid is after the war is over. So it's just gonna be available in a week from now. So I'll show you guys all the loot. I haven't even looted it yet because I want to show you guys, so you guys can be, for those who missed this raid. I mean, only 93 people out of the whole community had access. Well, not had access to this raid, but actually saw this raid in the public raids and actually got to it. As you can see, 93 right there. And this is another raid right here, Elite Killers. It's a guild raid, but I will talk about it a little bit too. It's very awesome. I'm so happy this raid has been released because it's very helpful. It's, instead of like waiting for raids, you can just go more higher tier of damage. So it's pretty cool. So, and then what was really awesome of the developers, that the Hortania, I can't say it, sorry guys. It has been summoned right after the phase 1 of the war event has ended. So they were so nice and they hooked us up with a POTS raid for phase 2. Even though like phase 1 reward is you get some potions. But you know, some people maybe didn't get to hit the war. Some people maybe had problems with lag or didn't get high tiers on phase 1. So it was pretty awesome. And that was right after that was over, they summoned the potions raid for those who needed it. So yeah, let's see, what time is it? So another thing I'm gonna be doing is in about 1 minute, phase 2 of the war is gonna start. So what I'm gonna attempt is to see how fast can I max phase 2 of the war, and I'll do it live. I'll literally go from 0 to maximum of 10 trillion damage. Well, and then we'll go from there. So I'm gonna pot up, make sure, well, I mean, not pot up, I'm gonna pot up with elixirs so that my attack is the maximum. So another thing I do that makes it more helpful for me to be able to squeeze out as much attack as I can is I downcraft. But we'll talk about that later. This is me for the previous session. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. Let me get ready real quick. So I'll be talking about some of the loot that we're gonna be getting on phase 2 of the war. It was really nice of the developers to give us a sneak peek and some information on the forums about it. I will show you guys that as well. So I'm gonna wait for phase 2 of the war to pop up, and then I'm gonna loot the special events because it has some awesome gear that I could use for phase 2 of the war. So, oh, there we go. Dragon needs to be updated. Okay. See what happens. It has been updated. Ooh, the Nightmare Queen is here. Yeah. Part 2 of the war. Successfully join the war. Refresh. Bam. Magics. Oh, silly guys with the sanity laughs. Alright. Let's use some of these guys. Let's go. So right now it's what, 10:01. It's got full magics. Let's do this. Let's see how long will it take me to max 10 trillion. It is a little bit laggy because like right now everybody's just jumping on top of this raid. Everybody just wants to do their damage. I'm gonna drain down a little bit of stamina because I have a general that restores my stamina and restores my honor. So I'm gonna have my honor and stamina restored while I'm draining. My energy and my stamina restored while I'm hitting honor. So I'm gonna drain this down a little bit. Or it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep going with this. All right, so we're almost going close to 1 trillion down. Alright, I'm gonna turn up the music, you guys, so enjoy. $1 trillion done. Where did that take me? 1 minute. Oh man, I accidentally turned on auto attack, so I'm gonna get out of it a little bit. Get back into it. Doesn't matter at the moment. At the same time, it's kind of a race because I'm pretty sure there's some other people that. Let me turn this down. Some other people that are jumping on top of this right away. So once I get to 10 trillion, we'll see where I am. See who is the first one to max. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be the first because there's much more powerful than me, but I'll give it a fight. All right. Halfway there. That was about 6 minutes. It's taking a bit longer than I thought it would. Alright, I see some pretty big rocks. Come on. So for those who are new to this game and curious, War, usually phase 2, it has magics. And depending on how many slots of magics we get is on how we do on phase 1 of the War. Phase 1 is like a community tiers, right? And if the community hits the maximum tier, you get 5 magics, you know, and each tier lower is 1 magic slot less. So this time of the war round, we hit the maximum community tier. So the community came together and we put all our strengths together and we hit the maximum. So we got five magic slots for phase 2, which is pretty awesome because it helps everybody. It's a win situation. Oh man, I leveled. So alright, enjoy. It's starting to get laggier, so that what that means is more people are logging in and starting to attack the war. It only gets like this. This game runs very smooth actually, super smooth. The only time it ever gets laggy like this is when like you get like 1,000 people trying to smash this war at once. So it's like millions of mimics and procs and all at the same one. So, but other than that, I mean, this game, you know, runs very smooth. And on a daily basis, there's almost never lag. So another awesome addition to this game is this auto attack right here. I turn it on and it works, man. I'm not even touching the screen or anything. It does this all on its own. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to loot phase 1 of the war. I'm curious how many potions I'll get. I got 300 satchels, and so that's gonna help me long term to raid. Right now I have a goal. I'm gonna reach Immortal, which is level 2500. So that will help. So I got like 505 levels to go. So that's gonna be it's pretty exciting. I used to play like Battle Stats Index, so that's BSI. I used to like focus on that mainly most of my levels. So it took me a really long time to get a higher level. But now I kind of switched up the way I play this game. I started using leveling generals, like generals that restore resources and give you more honor. So this is kind of like a new thing for me. I mean, it's not new in game, but for me personally. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited to start adding levels, and plus at the same time I'll be gaining more attack at the same time. So faster, and so it's gonna be pretty exciting. I am excited. All right, we're at 3/4 there. I thought it would take a little bit faster, guys. So that was what, 10 minutes. I was actually debating about recording this session earlier. I was gonna do it Wednesday and like show all the loot from phase 1 and then and everything else. But I was like, you know, it's been pretty interesting just to just do like live recording of phase 2 of the war and max it at the same time. So I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna do it Friday. My goal is at least top 10. If I come in top 10 for whoever maxes first, I'm pretty excited. That'd be a good accomplishment for me. So we got almost 1 trillion left to go. Let's turn on auto attack. At 9.7 trillion. A little bit more. Alright, I'm gonna have to stop this auto attack and then I'll go into rankings. And then we can go to Loop Poster and I'll show you guys. We'll go from there. $9.9. Boom. It's funny, like I started way early and before even all the optimal magics have been added. But it's okay. It's fun anyways. Bam! Top 5 to max. Shoot, PhantomScar doesn't mess around. Top 4. Well, I'm pretty sure maybe the Warren Horn got there before me. He just stopped. But yeah. Well, I'll find out right now. Yeah, I'm pretty positive. Warhorn, I'm pretty sure he got there like second, because Warhorn and TYR, they're like the strongest people. So, but hey, top 5, I'm pretty satisfied. Alright guys, so this is the war. Let me get it. I always like a little bit more. So let's go into loot. So we get this is the raid that I'll be showing you guys the loot for this raid. So this raid, this essence is, I mean, it's a pretty low tier. I mean, 50 billion, that's really easy to reach. I'm pretty sure almost everybody can do it. So yeah, I'm gonna show you all the loot for that raid. It's gonna be available next Friday when the war ends. Or actually, no, it's gonna be available Wednesday, because it's a 5-day raid. And then we're gonna check out these legions, and then these 2 troops. I haven't seen them yet, so let's take a look at them. This is a troop, a lot of defense, 50% chance. Oh, that's pretty awesome. It's like almost like a general, like it's got its own proc. You know, the reason what I mean is, like, if you look at the average troop, let's go look at the legion real quick. So let's go find a random troop. So this is like a more. So let's look at this guy for example. So he just has like, you know, he just gains strength, you know. You know, he doesn't have any procs. I mean, the only type of troops that have procs are the premiums, you know. So let's look at the premium. For example, let's look at this guy. Well, let me just sort it by tag. This guy, for example, see, like only the premiums have all this proc data and proc information that actually does something other than just gains stats, you know, for how many you own to add to Legion. So that's pretty interesting. That's like a new twist, and I think that's really cool they did that. Let's go back to loot. Man, that's pretty awesome. And let's see, Holy Gurk, 50% damage for 50,000. So when it's just 50,000, that's for 1 point hit. So when you're hitting your 20s, you just do that times 20, you know, and an extra 25,000 damage versus Goblin, Orc, and Ogre raids. That's pretty much the new raid that we're gonna get. Let's check out the Legion. Queen Slayers. 12 General, 40 Troop, 10% chance versus 400,000 damage. It's pretty good, awesome free Legion. I mean, for all those new people that are just starting, that's very helpful, I'd say. Here's another awesome troop. Man, that's cool. Grant 60% Legion bonus. Wow, well, active in the Legion. Wow, that Legion bonus is awesome. That's like, you might as well ignore those stats, because in Legion bonuses just adds up. Bonus increases by 25% if coax is the active in Legion. Gains 500 attack and defensive coax. So pretty much it's not 700. If you add, I'm sure this is coax. It's a general. Yeah, I had to guess it's general. So it's 1100 attack. 60% chance for 44,000 damage bonus. Extra 20,000 damage if Cornerstone is active in Legion. Cornerstone, I'm guessing, is this guy. So she gets stronger with fees in there. And then extra 500 damage for each Fear Venom owned. Is this Fear Venom? No. Let's find out what a Fear Venom is. Not sure at the moment. Extra 5% chance to create a. Oh, okay. Okay, so what Fear Venom is just something she creates on hit. So, you know, do 500 times 1,000. That's a lot of damage increase. So she just creates Fear Venom as she goes. 4% chance to consume a Fear Venom. So pretty much it's like a 1% chance to create Venoms, but at the same time, every single time she consumes it, does extra 100,000 damage. So I think I'm gonna use her because she boosts this guy. I mean, so together it's a good win combination. So alright guys, you guys want to check out Queen's Chosen? Let's do this. So this is a sneak peek for you guys. Hope you enjoy it. She's not available till next Friday, but I was lucky out of the 90 guys to get it. And I maxed it on purpose because I wanted to make sure you guys see all the loot possible and anything this raid could provide. So let's take a look at it. So it's a war raid, orc, ogre, goblin, and beast. So that means it's a lot of variety mounts you can use against it. So that's awesome. And another thing which is awesome is that I haven't looted phase 1 yet, but I'm guessing that from phase 1 of the war, the loot we get is like, I saw it early before. It's really awesome versus this raid. So pretty much this is the gear that we're getting is gonna be like for free optimal gear to farm this raid. Another thing what's awesome about this raid, it's an energy and stamina raid. So you see the stats right there, the green one? You can't switch right now because the raid's dead, but you actually use energy on this raid. Another thing guys, hope you're excited. I'm gonna show you this though. This is something that I've been waiting for a long time, and first no, we're not gonna go to the best right now. We're gonna go to let's go to magics first. 5 slots, awesome, better than 4 slots. I think 5 is perfect for this kind of raid. You know, it's plenty. You know, this is not the optimal magic combination, but it's good enough. Now you guys are ready. Bam! Do you guys see what I see? Heavy stab bags on energy. Now we can get heavy stab bags on energy. This mount, nothing special, honestly. So it's 15% damage for 250% damage bonus, and then 10%, so 80. That's 80%. So that's 300. 30%. So that's 35, 40. I don't know. I'm gonna take a while. I guess like 40-50% average increase, which is nothing special. This is more of a collector's item, personally. But the gear that we get from phase 1, I think it's gonna be optimal gear for free for this raid. So let's take a look at it again. So get his chosen hands. I'm gonna take a while. I guess this gear looks really awesome on your as a vanity. So all right, let's go loot this raid. I killed this raid 3 days ago or 2 days ago, and I waited to show you guys. So let's be the first ones to see it. All right, loot. All right, so this is maximum damage. This is 5 trillion. The highest tier on this raid is 5 trillion. So you get 10 hands, 3 feet, and 3 rings, 5 legs. So this is the, how many mounts do I get? 263 heavy stab bags. That's pretty good. That's great. I'm pretty sure there's more optimal tiers, but since this is like a 125 trillion damage raid, I recommend people to hit fair share or higher, because if you hit under fair share, it's how do you find out fair share is you just take the top 125 trillion divided by how many people there is, and then that's how much a one person share is. It's going to show you what it is, but it puts more strain on everybody else, you know. So like some guys are tagging, you know, just pressing, you know, 20 hits 2 times just for the AP rewards, which is achievement points rewards, you know, just so they hit this raid. Then everybody else has to take over their damage. So like those 2 spots have been taken, so it means somebody else has to do their fair share to cover for them. So I recommend just whoever hits this raid, do fair share. If you can't, you can't. It's not your fault, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's 263 heavy stab bags, and it's 992 orange. I honestly, when I do epic counts together, the correct way is to count the gear, the boxes and everything, you know, to get the epic count. But for me, the way I look at it is I only care about the orange. Why I care about only care about the orange? I'll show you. So because the orange is only what you can craft towards tap points. So it's pretty awesome. I'm excited. Thank you, developers, for such an awesome energy raid with heavy stab bags. This is gonna be pretty good stats increase. So I'm gonna collect claim. Now let's do crafts. Let's find out how much stat points can we get from a maximum hitting 5 trillion on the Nightmare Queen. So it's times 1200. So it's a little bit over a million, I'm guessing. So let's do craft all. So yeah, so 1.1, almost 1.2 million stat points, which is not much, but doesn't matter. It's much more than our previous energy raid, which we dump energy on, which is Clockwork Giant. And plus, we get heavy stat back, so it doesn't really matter. Again, I'm pretty sure fair share is more optimal return, but the higher tiers are just for, you know, to kill the raid faster. So, all right, now let's go to another raid I want to talk about before I go looting the phase 1 of the war. Is I want to talk about this raid, Elite Killers. why I love this raid and it was an awesome addition to this game was because that it has higher tiers of maximum of 5 trillion, which is like, you know, sometimes like at night people are sleeping and you have a full bar of honor and you just want to dump it and just start some leveling. You have plenty of space, you know, you're not overhitting, you know. 5 trillion is plenty of damage to hit, you know. Man, I got lucky right here. This guy killed it. I was like, what, 20 trillion away from max, so like I was cut short a little bit. But the tiers, how the tiers work on this raid is that there's like 1 trillion, 2 trillion, 3 trillion, and then it skips 4 trillion and jumps to 5. So if you guys are hitting this raid and you're at 3 trillion damage already and you're not sure if you can make it to 5 before it dies, stop at 3, because at 4 there's no tier. You're just gonna get loot for 3 trillion. The fair share for this raid is 525 billion. Another thing that I'm gonna mention, which is awesome, is that there is no, like, you know, other raids like stamina and heavy stat bags. Like the higher you hit, the less return you get. But this one doesn't have a stat points drop. So like at 5 trillion, I get 2.5 million stat points. I mean, and like at fair share, I get 263,000. So if you look at the 500 billion and 5 trillion, there's really not much loss. You know, that's another thing that's awesome with this raid. There's no like stat points. There's no return. You know, damage per return, it doesn't drop. So even if it's maximum, you know, which is kind of, you know, I think that's great. You know, that's pretty awesome. So another thing I'll tell you guys about, oh, I already mentioned it, never mind. Let's see what else. So let's go to home. Nope. Alright guys, let's loot this. I'm kind of curious how many pots 300 satchels is, so I'm gonna quickly see how much this is. This is I'm gonna screenshot it so I can remember. 328, 362, 355. Alright, let's loot it. Let's check out the leaders. Rajur Horn, right? I mean, these guys, man, did some serious damage. I mean, that right there is almost like, you know, 1 billion damage combined almost. But okay, let's loot it. I waited a long time for this. So I get 300 satchels, 300 stab bags, 300 conquerors. I'll open all this together with you guys, so you can see what's inside of them. And so let's see, what else do we get? Sleepless Soldiers. Let's check it out. Pretty awesome. You know, I would say this is pretty awesome. Free. You know, 600, and he gains for each one in the Legion. Griella the Apothecary. Sorry guys, my English is not the best. 10% chance for 100,000 bonus damage,